Unfortunately, there are an awful lot of questions that still remain about what happened following Benghazi, and quite honestly, even before it. For example, we still have not been given the names or access to the survivors. I asked General Dempsey in a Budget Committee hearing, really what was the status of the commander in extremis force that was on patrol or actually on training in Croatia. Still haven't found out what the N+ time was in terms of their ready reaction. So there's still an awful lot of questions. And during the hearings of this full committee with Secretary Clinton, in response to my question, when she uttered, at this point, what difference does it make? Or I guess what difference at this point does it make? The question I have is, do you believe that in your role representing the United States government that the American people deserve the truth out of members of the administration?
Senator, the American people deserve the truth. This body deserves the truth. Those of us who were friends of the victims, as I was, deserve the truth, yes.
In reviewing the change from the talking points, original talking points, and how they were sanitized, it is pretty remarkable how sanitized they really were. I know you had some participation in there. On your September 14th email, it states the changes made to the CIA talking points still, and I quote, "don't resolve all of my issues or those of my building leadership." Can you just tell me who that building leadership was, who you're referring to there?
Senator, I very much appreciate the opportunity to talk about my role in the talking points issue. With your forbearance, I'd like to give a little bit of background before I answer your specific question. First, I just want to make clear that when I was reviewing these talking points, which was only on the Friday evening of September 14th, they were not for a member of the administration to use. They were talking points that the CIA was proposing to give to members of the House Intelligence Committee to
Correct.
use, right? So that was the first thing. Second, I was not in a policy role in this job. I was in a communications role. So my responsibilities were to ensure consistency of our public messaging, but not to make policy. So I never edited these talking points. I never made changes. I simply said that I thought that policy people needed to look at them. Also, by way of background, by the time Friday came around, as spokesperson for the department, I had already given 3 public briefings on Benghazi. The first was on Wednesday evening. I gave a background briefing in which I clearly said that this had been a complex attack. It was an attack by extremists. Then I gave 2 briefings at the podium, my regular midday briefing on Thursday and my midday briefing on Friday. In those briefings, I was on agreed interagency talking points in which I noted again and again our firm commitment to investigate fully what had happened. But I declined to give any more detail, citing the need to have a full investigation, and particularly the integrity of the FBI's investigation.